So when you sit down at the wheel, you have a couple key things that you need to know before you get started. First is, this is the wheel head. On the wheel head you have these two pins that are called bat pins, which is what we're going to be attaching our bats, which are discs, plastic discs that we throw on. Underneath the wheel head is a little metal plate that you will put your splash pan onto. On the right hand side is your power box with the switch to turn it on and off, and then your foot pedal, which controls your speed. So before we turn anything on or get started, we want to put our splash pan on. Our splash pan comes in two pieces. We have a smaller piece with these tabs right here that hook under the larger piece. And then our larger piece, which has these knobs for the tabs on the other piece, and then this piece right here. So when you go to attach this, you want the larger piece to be on the side that you're sitting on, and then this part right here, this little flat flange part, you're going to slide under that metal plate underneath, and then you're just going to kind of wiggle it on until it's in place. Once it's in place, you shouldn't be able to pick it up or really move it much. So once that's in place, then you can take the smaller side, and you want these tabs to go underneath the bigger side. So you're going to put it underneath, and you're just going to push it in until it snaps down. And now this is tight in place, and this will catch any water and excess clay that flies off the edge of the wheel while you're working. Once you have that done, then we're going to take a bat, and our bats are basically plastic discs that we are able to make our pieces on, then take these off and set them off to the side and put another one on to make our next piece. It moves things more efficiently, and we don't really have to worry about things sticking to the wheel itself. So to put a bat on, we want to make sure our bat locks into the bat pins that are on our wheel head. And to do that, on the underside of these are 4 dots, or 4 circles. And you'll notice that they're directly across from each other. The ones that we are going to use that fit our wheel are the wider ones. And the way you know that they're the wider ones is there are 3 little dots on the edge of the bat. Okay? And the ones with the 3 little dots are the ones we're going to use. The shorter ones have 1 small dot, but we're not going to use those. So with the 3 little dots, what I find easiest to do is I put my fingers over the holes that I want the bat pins to go in. I put that over the wheel so that my fingers are touching the bat pins and the holes. And then I put one side on and then lower the other side. And then I just make sure it's pressed down really well and that it doesn't slide anywhere. Okay? To turn on my wheel, the box on the side has a switch. I'm going to flip that switch and make sure that the light on the wheel on that switch is lit to make sure that it's on. When the light is not lit, it is off. We always want to make sure our wheels are turned off at the end of class when we're done with them and we leave for the day. Then the last thing we have is our foot pedal. Our foot pedal controls our speed. It works a lot like a gas pedal. If you press down, the wheel is going to start and our wheel is going to go faster the further you press down. Okay? Unlike a gas pedal though, if I take my foot off the pedal, the wheel stays spinning, so it's going to hold that speed until I push the pedal back the other way to slow it down. Okay, and you'll notice the bats aren't necessarily always right directly on center. Okay, they might be a little bit off, but this pedal is going to control the speed of my bat. So once you have that set up, then you can get your water, put that up above here. Your sponge, which you're going to need, wooden modeling tool, and some ribs, and then you will need your needle tool. Okay? Once you have all those set, then it's time to get your clay and get ready to throw.